believe this. How the defense even allowed for this girl Gina to write a letter and send it to the judge. What are they thinking about? This girl Gina Hume, who's going to be witness number 3, a victim to testify, who they couldn't find. Remember? The same girl that gave an interview and talked about how badly Diddy beat her. And now she's saying that Diddy's an upstanding citizen. Folks, come on, give me a break, please. What is going on with Diddy's defense legal team? All right? Are they all smoking something? Because this is ridiculous. Don't you think? Hello, Florida. Shalanda, how are you? We're talking about this girl, Gina, okay? My friend Dovey Milton, thank you. Hi. Hi, everybody. Let's get this going, okay? I never seen, is Diddy still on drugs in prison? To allow this girl to write a letter to the judge? Seriously. This girl, Gina Hume, who was victim number 3, who they couldn't find. And now she's writing, she went on national TV. She talked about how Diddy beat her and everything. What a bad guy he was. And now she's coming out saying he's a good man. He's not going to hurt nobody. He's an upstanding citizen. Are you crazy? Folks, let me explain to you. You know, there is a process where when you are being sentenced, waiting for sentence, that you have friends, business associates, and people to write letters. But the people you have write letters, in Diddy's case, Diddy should have other business people that he's done business with who have good things to say about him, if any, okay? I know everybody's running away from him, all right? But this is crazy. Everybody loves my painting. I should start selling them. Hey, folks, look it. Please subscribe, share, and please give me those likes. I don't know why people, just your finger, get that button, hit that button and like it. I don't know why people can't do that. I go and I watch a lot of other people on YouTube, and I give them all a like, just out of respect for them to be there and give you content. It's the respectful thing to do, folks. I was going to stay home today. I had a good movie I was ready to watch. I forgot the name of it, okay? I was just going to watch a movie when this breaking news comes out. Thank you, Brock, for posting. I said, sure, I've been like. And folks, hit that thanks button, okay? All right. A lot of you have been very kind hitting that thanks button. I appreciate it. I do have Venmo, a PayPal, and a Cash App also. I'm going to have my son be able to post it up there, so you just have to click the link. And I appreciate that there, okay? But folks, I had almost 100 letters from different people write letters on my behalf for sentencing. My ex-wife even wrote a beautiful letter, okay? Folks, you don't have somebody like her write a letter. You don't have a victim write a letter. They already went out. Everybody knows her testimony, okay? Come on now, see? Very fishy. I'm very skeptical of Maureen Comey, and I understand why she got fired. She should have never been there in the first place because she wrote the worst indictment. A lot of you in the comment section ask me questions about the gun charges. There should be gun charges, but she never charged them. She tried to include it in as a predicate act. It should have been a charge, plain and simple. They found guns with the serial number scratched off. They had witnesses say he pointed a gun at them. The gun was mentioned. No gun charge. Then, drugs. Everybody talked about the drugs, how he got them, who sold them, who bought them, and so forth. No drug charges. She puts it in predicate act. She made it extremely difficult. Maureen Comey, okay? She made it extremely difficult for the jury to indict, to convict him. That's why she's not gone. But let me tell you, there's a new sheriff in town. And tomorrow we're going to be hearing, okay? You see where Diddy put in for the bail hearing? See all that that's redacted? Well, the judge gave the government until tomorrow, which is the 4th, to respond, and he wants to know who those names are and what's going on. Now, we don't know. We could speculate. Maybe there's more charges coming for Diddy. There should be more charges. Now, there's been a lot of allegedly accusations of all the people who have died suddenly because of Diddy, but there's never been a charge. Are they investigating these? I don't know, but I would assume so because the new sheriff in town, appointed by Donald Trump, okay? Let me find his name here. There it is. Remember this name, Jay Clayton. I Googled him yesterday. I read his Wikipedia. I read everything about this guy. This guy is the new sheriff. He's in charge of the Southern District. He's not going to be a Maureen Comey, trust me. When Trump said on national TV that he was not going to pardon Diddy, he's not going to tell you what he knows, but you could bet he's talking to Jay Clayton. And you could bet that Donald Trump also saw that video of Diddy beating and kicking Cassie Ventura at that hotel right down the street from me here. It's not far. Got friends from Liverpool. Thank you. You like my pictures. Thank you. I'm feeling great today. Thank you, Danny Kelly. Folks, the judges read these letters. Judges are not stupid. You've heard me say this before. There's good judges and bad judges, but I never met a stupid judge. Why in the world? Did he even know about this girl writing a letter? Did it just pop out of the woodwork? Well, it got up, it ended up, and everybody's got it, so his attorneys had to know about it. His attorneys are the dumbest idiots I've ever seen in my life. Dumb as far as the law, but they're very smart on how to suck money out of Diddy. I said this yesterday, okay? Diddy's got to fire his whole legal team, beginning with Mark Garagos, Mark Agnanoff, his daughter, and the whole legal team. Diddy would be better off defending himself. Diddy is not a stupid guy. He's done stupid things, but he's sitting in prison and every day watching millions and millions and millions going away. This guy is in panic, and he should be. Bill Cosby's a whole different type of situation, okay, than this here. Okay, people want to bring in Bill Cosby up. All right? Gina's got to be on drugs. Seriously, something is wrong with her. My God, I can't believe this is happening. And I had so many other things that I got lined up that I'm going to be talking to you about tomorrow, folks, things that you're going to want to hear about, okay? And as soon as that thing comes out on Pacer, if they give us the names, I'm going to tell you immediately. I'll be right here for you. Thank you. And folks, what's wrong today, Sunday? Hit that thanks button. Show me a little bit of love, okay? I appreciate it. All right? Yes, I'm a senior. That's right. Bill didn't have a video. Let me tell you, the worst thing you could have when you go to court is being on tape recordings. If you're on one tape recording, it's one too many. Being on video. Diddy wants to have these freak out parties. I don't care. Let him have it. But why is he filming them? He's filming them for another purpose. Does he just want to blackmail the people that he's having the freak off with? That don't sound right, because he's not going to get nothing from them, because they all want from him. So there's something wrong here, folks. But this girl, Gina, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And his attorneys allowed her to write the letter. Folks, if I'm going all over the place, forgive me, because I'm shocked by this here. Never in my lifetime would I ever have, you think I had my co-defendants write letters to the judge, say how bad I was, or how good I was? He's not going to believe them. You think the judge is going to believe this one? No way. No way in the world. I wonder whose idea was that. I think it was Mark Garagos' idea. And folks, Mark Garagos is not his attorney a record on the criminal case. I know that. I'm well aware of that. People want to keep writing me and telling me that. All right? I know that. But how did he get to Mark Agnanoff and the other lawyers? It was through Mark Garagos. Mark Garagos is a celebrity lawyer. All right? His claim, I'm going to tell you tomorrow what his claim to fame was. Claim to fame, I mean. My father was a gangster, but was unlived. Yeah, his father was, right? Wasn't his father had something to do with Lucas, I believe, yeah? And turned informant, okay? And he turned up unlived. Diddy's got serious problems, more problems than we even know about. But my suggestion to Diddy is, in every unit, in every prison, you got what we call jailhouse lawyers. And trust me, Diddy, your jailhouse lawyers are better than the ones that you paid, I don't know how many millions. I hear 20 million, 30 million. Are you crazy? Seriously. You would have done better with a public defender and not had to pay a nickel. Yes, Sparrow, I knew John Gotti. I met him a couple of times. Very nice guy. Okay, very sharp. Folks, I got a whole list of things, all right, my son and I put together, of things that I'm going to be talking to you about in the future. The mafia, the life, the organization, hitman, button man, specialist, all these kind of things, okay? But this Diddy thing is really consuming everybody's time. He's getting more airtime than Donald Trump is. Yes, I know Joey. He and I have spoken a few times. Yes, I know a lot of people, folks, and you go on and on with the names, all the names of people. You know, the real gangsters, the real old-time gangsters that I knew, they're all here in my book, The Accidental Gangster, okay? It's available everywhere. Go to Amazon, boom, buy the book, okay? Yeah, Diddy's done a lot of bad things, folks, a lot of bad things. And I don't know what's going to come out tomorrow. I'm speculating, but whatever it is, you can rest assured it's not going to be good for Diddy. So, well, to what came? Young man, 20 years old. My advice to you, get a college or a trade, stay out of a life of crime. It does not pay. Trust me. Okay? You'll end up dead or in jail. You don't want that. So in my book, I say if I could help one young man stay out of a life of crime, then it was well worth it. I have helped several young men. Okay? Today, there's a lot of good trade jobs. You can go out there, be a plumber, be a roofer, contractors. There's all sorts of good jobs out there. Okay? Be willing to work. Save your money. Save your money. Huh? Sure, your parents probably always told. My parents told me, save 10% of what you get. I didn't, folks. I just made a lot of money in my lifetime, and I never saved. And here I am, and I'm only on social media because of my son Anthony. All right, he got me on. He teaches me some things. I know how to post. I know how to talk, but he does everything else for me. So I want to thank my son Anthony profusely. Very grateful for this young man. All right. I'm not going to talk about Palestine or Israel. Okay. Let's see how things play out there. All right. But folks, this girl Gina, Nguyen, something like that is spelled. I can't even say her last name. I go, what is going on? I mean, that's the craziest thing. The craziest person you want to have the judge write a letter to the judge. That's the last person in this world. But yet, they did it. And the lawyers allowed it to be written and be sent. Let's see, I got a lot of confidence in Jake Clayton, all right, who's the head of the Southern District in New York. And I think that he's going to have a big surprise coming tomorrow that he's not going to like. Okay? Thank you, Sparo. I appreciate that there. All right? Got a thanks from Sparo. God bless you, my friend. Thank you. All my love and respect to you. Okay? You know, folks, I understand times are tough for a lot of us. And, they're tough for me just like everybody else. I'm an older man, live on Social Security, and a few other dollars that I make. Otherwise, I would have been on the streets. Yeah. Because when I got arrested, I lost everything. And I went away, I went to prison, I did my 5 years like a man. But I changed my life. And I'm here to give you good advice. So, folks, I hope that you take it. A lot of you do. I thank you for your comments. You leave wonderful comments. And, I'm not going to ban these people who leave the bad comments, okay? Because I know that they're idiots, number one. I know, number two, they don't listen. They don't know what I'm saying, okay? Okay, so unless you listen to me, you're not going to know what I'm saying. But they want to go by the headline or something or other, all right? I try to be a gentleman always. I try to be respectful to everybody. And everybody should do that. I try to make other people's life happy every day. And you know, I walk in a grocery store, I know the clerk's names. And you should see, hey, hi Marie, how are you doing today? How's the family? Oh, you should see how they perk up and they're happy. Okay? You made their day. Keep doing things like that. My email is theaccidentalgangster@gmail.com. Okay? I do have an email, theaccidentalgangster@gmail.com. Folks, I really appreciate you all for coming here today. Boy, you. Young black guy who messing with you, where the smoke? I don't know who that guy is. I don't know if he's white or black. It don't make a difference. Okay, what color he is. And the Jews, we had a lot of good Jewish gangsters, that's for sure. But you know who took care of the Jews? The Italians. All right, don't forget that. All right? You want to know why it's the accidental gangster? Get my book, The Accidental Gangster, and find out why. Was it an accident or not? I don't think it was an accident, folks. It was meant to be. It was my life. I take full responsibility. All right? Yeah, we got Shanika. Thank you, Shanika. All my love and respect to you, honey. I hope you're having a wonderful, blessed day. God bless. Okay? Folks, color don't mean nothing to me. Nationality mean nothing to me. We are all the same in my book. Okay? We are all the same. And that's how we should treat each other and be respectful and kind to each other. I'm thinking he's going to have new charges coming up. I'm not sure. I'm not going to speculate on that. But look at, I don't know anybody else. John Gotti didn't have these many accusations about people that got murdered or killed or disappeared than Diddy does. Diddy's got, I don't know how many. He's got a lot of them. His wife, Kim Porter. All these people with this pneumonia stuff that he gave them, okay? You know, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. But I would assume that they got to be investigating. And I'm going to assume that this girl, Gina, is going to be in trouble now because she lied to authorities. Yeah, you don't lie to the FBI, folks, when they question you. Either keep your mouth shut. If you're not going to tell the truth, keep your mouth shut. That's the best advice I can give if you get in trouble. Exactly. Don't cooperate. Do not cooperate. Everybody's waiting for Diddy to cooperate against somebody bigger. But he's the top of the line. He's the top of the line. You know, put yourself in Diddy's shoes for a moment. He was worth $1 billion 10 months ago. 11 months ago he got arrested. It was worth close to $1 billion. And it's just dwindled right down. Dwindled like crazy. Nobody wants anything to do with him. The stores are not buying his clothing brands. Okay? Nobody's going to do any recording business with this guy. And he's trying to hang on to what he's got. And he's having a very tough time of it. And how is he going to do that? He's not going to be, the judge is not going to say, time served, and walk out the front door of the courtroom. That's not going to happen. You know, I want to talk about that for a moment. Everybody's making a big deal about Ghislaine Maxwell, being moved to another prison. They don't realize this is pretty standard. It happens every day. You got to remember, she's been in prison for 5 years. They've had her locked up at a medium security prison in Tampa, Florida, or somewhere in Tampa or Tallahassee, wherever it is there. Okay? And the book is $29.95, sir. What I wanted to say, this happens every day. When you're in prison, and no matter what the offense is, unless you're a very violent person, you're going to stay in the USP. Now, I had a friend in Lompoc. His name was Iggy. He had 2 life sentences. He killed over 20 people. He was from New York. And not affiliated with the mob either. He was just a whack job. He was a good guy, all right? He had done over 20 years in the USP. But because he had good behavior, they moved him to a medium. Now, they'll never transfer him to the camp. That never happened. But those things happen. I seen people, I was in a meeting, I see them get sent to the camp. I had a violent crime, so I couldn't go to the camp. I was at a medium security. A gun charge is a violent crime. And I guarantee you, when the probation officer does Diddy's PSR, they're going to be including those gun charges for enhancements. So, yes, it was after it happened. Maybe it's a coincidence. I don't know. But you know what? Everybody wants to say Trump, 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 Trump. Okay? And maybe it was Trump. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But what's the difference? So what? She's still in prison. I mean, why make a big deal of it for? Okay? She's still there. She's 63 years old. She hasn't said a word to nobody. She hasn't even told anything. She's married, if you know it or not. And she's never even given her husband's name to anybody. So that's how closed-mouthed this girl is. All right, this Ghislaine Maxwell. Well, you got to give her a little credit there. She's a stand-up broad. But anyway, Gina. You know, Gina's a beautiful name. My daughter is Gina Marie. Thank God this girl's name is not Gina Marie. I would have really gone berserk. Huh? So, folks, I wanted to bring that out to you. I had to talk about it. It's Sunday. It's almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon here in Los Angeles. Where you all from? Leave it in the comments. Tell me where you're all from. We got people from all over the world here. Oh, folks, we can't talk about Gina anymore. All right, everybody else on YouTube's talking about it. Okay? Maine, great place. Great place. Okay, I want to thank all those who gave me a thanks. Hit that thanks button, folks. Okay, and if you go to my profile, you'll see my Venmo, Cash App, and those places if you wanted to help me out a little. Okay? Otherwise, I'm not going to talk about it no more. You either help me or you don't. But anyways, you know, Frank Collada. I knew Frank. Or your name, Frank. Frank Collada, third, $1,000. Quicksilver, hi, Ori. Danny Kelly. Thank you, Danny. Folks, I try to give you the truth. I give it to you the way I see it, my thoughts. Sometimes I'm wrong. But when I'm wrong, I'm the first one to tell you I was wrong. I was wrong about, I thought for sure Diddy would be found guilty of the RICO. I was wrong. I admit it. Okay? And I've admitted it before. I'm not right about everything, but a real man will come back and say, hey, I was wrong. I apologize. Okay? So sometimes I'm wrong too. All right? Folks, have a great day. God bless you. As usual, all my love and respect. All right? I love you all. Thank you for joining me here today on this Sunday. All right? I'm going to be going live tomorrow. So, all right, my Cash App is Orlando Spado. Thank you, Snake Plissken. Snake always comes through over there. Okay, I appreciate that there. I can't remember, but you got to don't look for Ori Spado. Look for Orlando Spado. Okay, that's my name, Orlando. I changed it to Ori, but it's Orlando. I'm 80 years old, Mashad, 80. Billy Besberg. No, I don't know that name. You sure you got it right? You're going to box Michael Franche. That's cute. You all know that I had a war with Michael Franche. I ended it. Why am I going to fight for it? What do I got to gain? And Michael and I have talked a few times since then. Okay? All right, you be there, be at the Metropolitan Tome. Diddy be out tomorrow, so I hope you're going to pick him up. All right, buddy? Okay. They straight free puff. All right, free them. Folks, let those people dream. All right? I predict, I might be wrong, but I give him my prediction. Diddy's going to get at least 10 years. And it's 2 months from today that he gets sentenced. Today's August 3rd. October 3rd is his day. I'm saying right now, 10 years minimum that he'll get. Okay? I might be right. I might be wrong. Okay? But if Diddy were smart, I'm going to say it again, he should fire all his lawyers right now. Because his best appeal that he's going to have is going to be because of his incompetency of his lawyers. So if you know Diddy, or you can get word to Diddy, tell him. Somebody wrote me and said, Diddy don't like me. I don't give a shit if he likes me or not. I don't like him. I don't like any man that beats woman. Get that straight. I have no hate for nobody, but I might dislike somebody. So get it real. Know what your words are before you write me a comment, all right? Some people leave me the dumbest comment. They're Diddy supporters, and God bless. Look, he needs people to support him. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? So, how long have I been here? Anybody know? Thank you, Aggie. I thank you all. Folks, not much more I can say, but I'm going to be going live, I think at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. So hit that like button, subscribe, and put your notifications on so you know when I'm going live that I'm there. I got a big show lined up for you tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Have the rest of a great day here. God bless you all my love and respect as usual.